हेलो पीप्स, हाउ इज एवरीबॉडी गाइस, वेलकम टू द वीडियो। मैंने नहीं सोचा था कि मैं इस गेम को करने वाला हूँ, बट करने वाला हूँ बोले तो मैंने नहीं सोचा था कि मैं इस गेम को खेलने वाला हूँ फिर से, क्योंकि आजकल बहुत कम कर दिया है ये गेम खेलना। बट जैसे ही इसमें नई नई स्टोरी आती है, नई नई चीज़ें आती, तब फिर ये खेलना ही पड़ता है। पीछे की बाइक के आवाज़ को थोड़ा माइंड करिएगा। और अभी इसमें नया मिशन आ गया है तो हमको वो अपन को करने ही है। गलत आवाज आ गई। बैठे ये बैठे के साथ जो है शुरू करते हैं ये वीडियो। ओहो हो नाइस ग्राफिक्स इन लोगों ने थोड़ा सा बढ़ा दिया ऐसा लग रहा है। ओके, पहली बात तो हम पहले अपना वो चेंज करें भैया, शिंगयांग। आई डोंट थिंक शिंगयांग, जिंगचू। चोरी करना बनकर। Can't wait any longer. Oh, what the fuck is this? Wrath of Gods. क्या था ये? एक मिनट, इस जगह को, अरे ठीक है यार। लीवा हार्बर के पास सेब का पेड़ लगा हुआ है तो मेरे को बार बार नौटंकी करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। कहाँ पे है? गिलीली प्लेन्स के पास। ओके। Lantern for using lantern right as material with which the construct Xiao. Oh my God! क्या हो रहा है ये? वो देखो सज गया पूरा का पूरा एरिया। The Master of Stars Deception. I think हमारा भाई मिलेगा यहाँ पे।
About those hilly trails over there.
It's recording.
Paimon thinks so too. We've seen plenty of hilly trails before, and they're always the bad guys. But this is different. Uh-oh. This is right by the Wangshu Inn too. Oh, the guests are in great danger. Now that we've seen it, if we don't do anything about it, Paimon will feel really guilty.
क्या हम लोग यहाँ के नेता हैं जो, क्या हमको हर चीज हम ही को देखनी पड़ेगी? इविल ऑरा। देखो हिली चेल तो इसमें इविल होते हैं, बट जो भी बकचोदी है, आई डोंट नो। द मास्टर ऑफ ग्लास। जबरदस्ती इतनी आराम से मारा मैं। ये क्या कर रहे हैं?
Oh, you mean like Xiao? Now that you mention it, this guy's mask is kind of similar to the one that he wears. But the magic he was using seemed even more adeptacy than Xiao's. Shall we go say hi?
Why not?
Please, if you're here to thank me, there's no need.
कौन है ये चूतिया?
Cleansing the world of evil is the duty of
Look at his face, man.
Think nothing of it. I certainly do.
Ear of the ox.
Wait, who are you? One had assumed you were followers, but on closer inspection, it seems that we have not met.
My name's Paimon, and this is my sidekick.
Oh.
Then it is right that our paths coincide. One too shall introduce oneself, for it is good manners to comply.
वाह, ये मेरे को उसकी तरह क्यों लग रहा है?
One before you is the Adeptus, Master of Stars, though one is better known to one's followers as Star Snatcher. One descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit that our paths should cross. Now, tell me that which you wish for.
Our wishes? Paimon thought that the Adepti and Leela were just really good in battle. You mean you can grant people's wishes too?
There are different levels of Adepti. Are not the stars loftier than the mountains, clouds, and moon?
Yes.
Yet, It is unbecoming of an adepti to boast of one's powers. One would have you first speak to one's followers, and only then make your verdict.
All right.
Have you seen the Master of Stars in action? His power truly hails. I believe that now there is finally some hope for my ailing father. Watching him use his magic is all the proof you need. Not long ago, I sought some medicine from him on behalf of my ailing father. The difference with Boo Boo Pharmacy's prescriptions was like night and day, I tell you. Once it was boiled and ready, it gave off this really ethereal mist. Seemed pretty adeptal to me. Adepti medicine is surely the most potent. Sure, you have to make some sacrifices if you seek help from an adeptus like the Master of Stars. I had to give a few antiques as offerings.
तो ये तो ट्रेड हो गया ना भाई,
Much more than a few old
ये कुछ वो
relics,
थोड़ी ना
right?
हुआ. Thank you very much.
The Millilith don't really need to do shifts when the Master of Stars is a... I'm a merchant. Reason being, monsters run a mile as soon as he so much as holds up his talisman. We didn't have the slightest bit of trouble the whole journey. It didn't come cheap, of course, but then soliciting the services of a god is a monumental affair. Just look at the rite of dissension. So I can accept it, but I doubt that most from outside of Liyue would be willing to.
इसने छोटी सी बात की, लेट्स सी ये क्या बोलता है.
Finally, a life full of hope and purpose. Oh, are you believers too? After my fiancé had been left, I cried every day. But then I turned to the Master of Stars for help. At his suggestion,
इतने टाइम से कहाँ था ये? मेरे को तो नहीं दिखा.
and casting the ashes into the ocean at sunrise. I can't explain it, but it really worked. I know in my heart that he'll return. This is not some sort of positive thinking. I'm so overjoyed that I gave a portion of my wedding budget to the Master of Stars as an offering. After all, if not for him,
ये
I
कहीं
wouldn't
कोई
be getting my
फेक
fiancé
मास्टर तो
back,
नहीं है.
in which case I wouldn't need it anyway.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that he's just a fake man. He's not a god man, he's a con man.
What do you think? One's adherents may exaggerate a little. Surely you jest. There was once a senior adeptus, Xiao Wuliang, known to the people as Liangzi. He said this: all things are connected. That which mortals call imagination is merely the bridge betwixt the spiritual and the material.
अच्छा जी.
In other words, their wishes are already on the path of transitioning into reality. Does this make things clearer?
ना बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
Nope. It makes them way more complicated. But basically what you're saying is that their wishes can come true, right?
Indeed. You are perceptive, my...
Okay.
Oh? You need but ask.
Hey, isn't that a bit inappropriate?
Indeed. It would be inappropriate. One wanders among mortals, doing good and cleansing evil. One reveals not one's visage to avoid further disturbance to this realm.
Ah, got it.
Now then, what are your wishes? Once, so be it. This wish is not beyond, but first, one must cease.
What's that supposed to mean?
The way of the Adepti cannot be grasped from words alone. One must seek the profound truths that lie beyond them.
What do? Paimon doesn't understand him at all. Oh, that's right. Some of those believers mentioned that they had to pay a pretty... Well, Paimon's not forking over anymore, and you don't even have a vision. Hey, why don't we make him a tasty snack? No one can resist the temptation of, a tasty... Why don't we head over to Wanwen Bookhouse and see if they got any new recipes?
बड़ा ही चुदुर मिंटिस टाइप का है बे. इसके अलावा हम खाना लेके आए. चलिए देखते हैं खाने से ये क्या बोलते खुश होता है कि नहीं। ये बच्चे क्या कर रहा। ये कुछ खाने को रखा है क्या? और ये भी यहाँ पे आ गया।
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti?
Yes. Here, and keep the change.
चूतिया बना रहा सबको देखो।
Oh, aren't you generous? Thank you for your patronage.
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? What a coincidence running into him again. Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Was it Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti? Well, anyway, it was definitely a book about the Adepti. Why would an Adeptus want to buy a book about himself? Really? What's so fishy about him? Huh. That's a good point. None of the other Adepti we've met seemed like they needed anything from anyone. Paimon thinks we should check out that book. Maybe we'll find out something about this guy that we can...
चूतिया बना रहा है।
Are you buying or not?
Hey there! We'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti. Do you have one in stock?
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut become a bestseller? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read. But you should be able to find a copy somewhere on that shelf over there.
बेंचो दुकान मेरी है जो मैं खुद ढूंढूं। चूतिया बनाते मिल गई।
This is the one! Let's see what it's all about, shall we?
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this we dedicate our lives.
That seems
Eons of
interesting.
bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm.
Oh.
And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyon, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
बढ़िया स्टोरी थे।
About the Yakshas, a group of Adepti who defend Liyue. Seems like a pretty niche topic. Was there anything that stood out to you? So, there used to be 5 main Yakshas, but supposedly only one of them is still alive today. Do you think that it could have anything to do with that Star Snatcher? No, surely not. He doesn't exactly... The book says that the wrathful spirits of the gods defeated during the Archon War can sometimes cause plagues, monsters, or mutations. All of which sound pretty horrendous. Hey, do you think those super evil hilly churls we saw earlier were the mutations that the... The book says that the Yakshas, after fighting against the wrath of the gods for thousands of years, became bound by karma. Poisoned by the hateful thoughts of the gods, the Yakshas would often descend into indescribable fits of terror.
क्या बकचोदी हो रही है?
Yep, Paimon thinks we've already summed up all the key points.
Let's
That's the
go.
matter at hand. The things we need answers on are 1, where did those super evil-looking hilly trolls come from? And 2, what does Star Snatcher have to do with the Yakshas, right? Now to head back to where this all started and commence our investigation. Let's part the fog of mystery that hangs over Dwayne Karst and let the truth shine through in its To be honest, Paimon actually hopes he is a real Adeptus. But if we get our hopes up, there's further for them to come down. So it makes sense to invest. All right, let's head back to Wangshu Inn.
म्यूजिक चेंज किया है इन लोगों ने। अबे यार फिर से इतना लंबा जाना पड़ेगा। इस चूतिया से मिलते हैं और इससे पूछते हैं कि क्या तुम सही में चूतिया बना रहे हो या तुम हो ही वो। पर इस गेम में ना दौड़ाते बहुत है साला, कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है रेपिटेटिव कंटेंट बहुत है गेम। लैंटर्न फाइबर, मिंट, फिर से आ गए वो। या तो वो चूतिया बना रहा है ऐसे कि मुझे लग रहा है कि ये जो है बस मैनिपुलेट कर रहा है सबको। अरे इसके इशारे पे नाच रहे हैं।
Flee at my command, foul demon. Flee!
लोल।
Why won't you flee?
Uh-oh, looks like Star Snatcher's in trouble. And there are innocent bystanders here too. We have to step in.
क्या हो गया चाचा, तुम तो लड़ भी नहीं रहे।
Get them.
हाँ भाई, स्टार स्नैचर।
I don't get it. Why didn't the Sigil of Permission do anything? Has the evil aura of these hilly churls grown in intensity?
Sigil of Permission, huh? Now why does that sound familiar? Right! It's a keepsake of the Adepti, so it must still contain traces of their power. No wonder he was able to scare those monsters away earlier.
What are you two babbling on about? One is merely underslept, meaning that one's adeptal power is not in full flow. Were one but given another opportunity...
Well, as it happens, there goes another bunch of evil hilly churls over there. Should we leave them to you then?
बस रहने।
One suddenly feels ill at ease. Surely one has overexpended one's adeptal powers. Otherwise one would surely...
So you were just bragging after all. We were right. Come on, Traveler. Looks like it's up to us. Use your elemental sight.
Piece of shit.
Got lucky that time. Speed of light. Gooba, get them. Oh, it's that conqueror of demons again. No wonder. Paimon was...
अच्छा इसकी कहानी थी।
It's you.
I remember you. I was purging some living beings that had been tainted by the demonic. It would appear that I have caused you some trouble.
Huh? He isn't usually this polite. What's going on? But you are exercising demons. How is that causing trouble?
That is because the changes that occurred in these monsters stem from me. Or more precisely, from the karma I have accumulated.
Mutations? Karma? Does that mean... Yeah! Paimon remembers that Xiao is also called the Vigilant Yaksha, isn't he? So that means... Oh. Poor Xiao!
I see. You must mean that piece of literati fan fiction from a few hundred years ago. All things are impermanent, and to exist is to suffer. We Yakshas have no need of sympathy or tears. My comrades who have passed on would see your tears as a stain upon their legacy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It matters not. In any case, I am on my way to purge a cavern of demonic influence. So we shall part ways here.
Wait! Take us with you! We'll be
धीरे बोलो यार, जाओ ना।
No
मर
need.
जाए हम लोग।
I am
जाओ,
used
मैं
to
बोल रहा हूँ, चुप हो जाओ, जाओ यहाँ से।
and in any
दिमाग
case,
खराब,
these mutations
रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है,
originate
बोल रहा हूँ, दिमाग खराब।
Well then... Oh! Consider it Paimon's penance for being accidentally rude just now. Please?
Well, Come on then.
So, Xiao, you've been suffering from the bad karma all this time?
Suffering is my price to pay for eons of endless slaughter. I have come to accept this. But in recent...
Alright, level 26.
This place gives Paimon goosebumps.
I will use the ritual known as the Bane of All Evil to relieve
क्या
this
जगह
place
बनाई
of
यार?
its karma. You must remain calm. Do not allow yourself to be affected by the lingering wrath of bygone gods.
Nice music.
Disappear!
मैंने सुना ये चार्ज होता है। अच्छा, इसमें सारे एलिमेंट है क्या इसमें? श्याओ में
Useless!
जम तो बड़ी लंबी मार रहा लौंडा।
Bane of all evil. That must be the power you got for being a vigilant Yaksha, right? Paimon's just realized that you only wear your mask when you're fighting the bad guys. But that Star Snatcher guy wears his mask the rest of the time too.
Star Snatcher. I am aware of no Adeptus by such a name.
He's a
So
fake.
he is a fraud! Well, we'll continue this discussion later. You should focus on your battle for now.
Heal me! Heal me!
Useless.
Not that bad actually, जितना मैंने इसको सोचा था। कुछ ज़्यादा ही लंबी जब मार रहा है यार ये। I like this.
Worthless.
भाई साहब डैमेज बोलते हैं इसे, डैमेज 26 लेवल का।
Worthless. Worthless. Useless.
दंदरो बोलते। दंदरो बोलते। हाँ बेटा। ओ भाई साहब क्या डैमेज दिया यार, मतलब 9000। ओ भाई साहब, what's that shot?
It is good that we came here. An unusual number of living things had fallen under infernal influence. Had we not arrived in good time, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Now, this Star Snatcher you speak of, what is the situation?
Ooh, Paimon will tell you.
An Adeptus who grants wishes. To think that people could be so easily deceived by such blatant lies.
As an Adeptus, do you have the power to grant wishes, Xiao?
The Liyue of yesteryear would never ask the Adepti for boons unearned. Millennia ago, the ancestral people of Liyue asked for nothing more than the strength to defend the land they called their home.
To be honest, an Adepti who grants people's wishes is probably more...
However feeble people nowadays may be, they are not my concern. I concern myself only with following Rex Lapis's original decree.
Oops. Paimon spoke without thinking again. Oh, one more thing. That fake Adeptus has a sigil of permission.
Wait, truly? Fool. Exorcising demons without exterminating them. If this continues, things may spiral out of even my control. We must confiscate his sigil of permission.
Great minds think alike! Paimon agrees. We've got to show that trickster what you get for... And it just so happens that we've got a real Adeptus with us too. If Xiao were to teach Star Snatcher a lesson, you can bet he'll never dare to...
No. I only slay demons. I do not kill mortals.
Who said anything about killing him?
It would certainly benefit Liyue if we could convince him to cease his wicked... I possess an art called Dream Trawler. It is normally used to separate the soul from the body. that one might cultivate oneself in a waking dream.
Anchor.
But it can also be used to call forth the spirits of others.
Oh भाई.
Whoa. Now that's a real Adepti art for ya.
A ritual must be performed for this art to be used. Assist me in gathering a few items. A censer, 7 lamps, and something.
Reduce the temperature. Oh, some mist flowers will probably do, right? But as for the censer and the 7 lamps, probably not the kind.
Do you know of the 2 Yaksha statues that stand guard beside a merchant road on the southern face of Mount Tianheng? The ancestors of the people of Liyue built shrines there to honor the Yakshas. You should still be able to find some ceremonial items there. Once you have found them, meet me at the Yaksha statues after nightfall, and I will.
Oh my god. Oh, this looks like a very good. तो क्या करूं मैं मर जाऊं?
The spirit soars the mountains high, while the body rests as the world goes by.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
Well, I'll be. Isn't that something? A pair walk into a shrine, neither to seek nor worship gods or adepti, but to pilfer.
we know it's rude to ask, but we just need them for a short while. Honest.
For the dream trawler ritual, I trust.
How'd you know that?
I have been in the shrine for far longer than you would expect. Perhaps as a reward for my faithfulness, I have been endowed with some understanding of the adepti arts.
Wow. Hyman's never heard of.
It matters not. Take what you need. It is a fortuitous thing that they served little purpose here, in any case. You are quite welcome. Please, take what you wish.
What is a sensor?
Censored should be fine, right? At least it isn't as run down as the shrine. So next, we just need to grab the 7 star lamps, right?
This looks like a lamp to me. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And I knew it that 7 will be hard to find. There it is, I guess. Yes.
Hyman thinks we've got all the ones we can use now. But let's say Huh? Where'd he go? He was right here!
I had presumed that once you had acquired what you came for, you would forget about me and simply be on your way.
It's that guy's voice!
My physical form ceased to exist over 1,000 years ago. What you witnessed earlier was an illusion, created by the adepti art known as mortal lingering. Now that you have taken the 7-star lamps and censer used in the mortal lingering ritual, my form is no longer visible to you. I was once a junior in the Order of the Yakshas, bestowed with the name Pervases by Rex Lapis himself. Today is the anniversary of my death. My last wish was to see a modern Liyue, and so I took that aside. You were sent here by the Conqueror of Demons, were you not?
Yes.
So, you two know each other?
I sense his aura upon you. That and the heavy burden. Even after all these millennia, he still must endure such tremendous suffering. I am truly ashamed.
Don't say that, Pervases. You sacrificed your...
Life is a precious thing, yes. But when I think of the burden that the Conqueror of Demons must bear...
Pervases.
I apologize. Birthdays are joyful occasions. But by the same token, it is hard not to be melancholy on the anniversary of one's death. Mortal lingering will not last much longer. Take care, you two. And please pass on my regards to the... If only I could taste some authentic growth. By wave and storm, I hunt for fish.
By wind and
Huh? Looks like he's gone then. Paimon really hope we should get going.
तेरी आँख का इशारा तेरी रारा रे रे रारा. एक एरिया और खुलेगा तो मजे आ जाएगा भाई. खैज़म Mount Yanhan. All right. यहाँ पे करना है क्या रीजन? After midnight. There you are.
Have you gathered the items for the ritual?
Yeah, bro.
This sensor and these lamps. Their designs are flawless. Almost as if they were made specifically for use in the Adepti arts.
Oh, and, he says hi.
Pervases. Yes. This does have the hallmarks of something Pervases might do. As I thought, it seems that he could not leave Liyue behind either. I hope that its present state will allow him to rest in peace. Well then, place the sensor in the middle and surround it with the 7-star lamps. Adorn the area with the items of abject cold. Once... Yes, this will do. Now, the next step is the key to performing Dream Trawler. There are 4 steps to performing this ritual. Offering incense, meditation, incantation, and loosing an arrow.
Sounds like a real rigmarole.
Adepti arts are the product of millennia of study by Adepti. Do not dismiss their mystical workings as rigmarole. Failure to take this seriously could cause the technique to devour one's own body, or cause the spirit to be sundered from one's flesh permanently.
Stop talking.
When offering the incense, we place the incense into the censer with reverence for Rex Lapis in our hearts. Meditation is to empty ourselves of trivial thoughts
कौन है बहन
and
चुप
to
चिल्ला रहा?
focus on the target of the art we are performing. Then we shall recite the incantation in a loud voice. Devayaksha, bring forth sin.
देवायाक्षा.
Finally, we will loose
Sanskrit
an arrow
word.
towards each of the Yaksha statues to enlist their authority for our contract. If all goes well, Star Snatcher's soul will be brought forth shortly. If you have no other questions, let...
meditate. Paimon really doesn't want to think about that fraud. Bring forth sin! It looks like the Yaksha statues are glowing at the waist. So we just fire one arrow each at the glowing parts, right?
चोद अबे यार आवाज चले गई जीजी One could have sworn that one was dozing off asleep at Fang Shui not a moment ago. Wait, that must be it. Of course it must. Haha. Suspected of an adapter such as oneself. ये क्या चूतिया है मैं अरे यार एक मिनट रुको यार मेरे को ये बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं आ रहा है आवाज़ नहीं आ रही दिमाग खराब अब लग रहा अब आ जाएगी। नहीं आई तो भाई चूतिया कट जाएगा सच्ची।
Hey there, boss.
आ रही है।
Star Snatcher's staying here, right?
Star Snatcher. He signed in here under the name Wong Ping An. He's already checked out. He said he wished to go on a solo pilgrimage. Ah, yes. He also requested that I give this letter to a traveler who journeys together with a talking fairy. Should...
Talking fairy?
Well, anyway, you must be the traveler. Here's the letter.
How strange that he would leave a letter for us. Is this the final attempt to fool us, maybe? Come on, open it. Huh? Seems like
By the
he
time you read
actually
this
left us
letter-
a few nice trinkets. Along with... Woohoo! The sigil of permission! Paimon hasn't met a bad guy like him in a long time. Yeah. Anyway, let's go take the
We got the sigil of permission. Now where we have to go? Xiao era.
Ah, there you are. We got the sigil of permission back. Do you want to take it?
You have my thanks.
May I take your order, sir?
One grilled ticker fish.
Oh,
Certainly. We'll prepare it for you immediately.
Huh. No almond tofu this time? Well, that's not like you.
Ticker fish was Pervasi's favorite dish. I just wanted to see how it tastes. By wave and storm I hunt for fish. By wind and snow I slay evil. Was there anything else? I am accustomed to eating alone.
Uh-huh. And so, Detective Paimon and the trusty traveler solved the case. And
so I think we end the mission with this. Act 1 complete. Why is there a loading screen, baby? So it's not end. The origin of the lanterns. Okay, so we will do this in next mission. Thank you very much जो भी इसमें जुड़ेगा भैया, धन्यवाद. Now we will. Okay, थोड़ा सा start करते हैं.
Lantern Rite is nearly here. Why don't we decorate the inn this year? Oh, don't you know? On the first full moon of the first month each year, Liyue celebrates the Lantern Rite. It's a festival to commemorate the heroes from the past. After dark, the people release Xiao and Mingxiao lanterns into the night sky. Oh, may the flames of wisdom spread to all and never be extinguished. This is the meaning of the lanterns. We believe they act as the beacons in the night.
wow, it sounds like a grand festival. And where there's a grand festival, there's always special seasonal snacks. You catch Paimon's drift?
You want to get involved in the Lantern Rite? That's great! The festive period leading up to the day itself is all part of the celebrations. During this time, we pray to bring peace and ward off bad luck. Liyue locals call it bidding farewell to the old and welcoming the new. If you're looking to take part, it's not too late. Oh, also, if you're able to, could you try to... We're not close. I wouldn't know how to ask him myself. But it seems that you've...
Yeah, Paimon thinks it might be best to leave him alone for a few days.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, just thought I'd mention it. You should get yourselves down to the harbor. If you leave too late, the city will be crowded with people and you won't be able to make the most of it. Get going.
Alright, so this is a new mission in this updated lantern. Okay. Alright, but not right now. अभी नहीं करेंगे अपन. पहले हम जाएंगे लियुआ हार्बर and then see कितना सजा रखा है. Okay, thank you very much for joining. I will now end this recording. Tata. Only 50 minutes.